Understanding retirement plan deadlines. Retirement plans have deadlines that need to be met to qualify for tax breaks and avoid penalties. Here's a comprehensive list of deadlines for employers with calendar year plans. January 31st. Forms 1099-R are due to the participants. The custodian-directed trustee of the plan generally delivers the 1099-Rs directly to the participants. Note that some custodians deliver the 1099-R along with the distribution check either attached to it or as a separate enclosure. January 31st, Form 945 Annual Return of Withheld Federal Income Tax to the IRS. The custodian-directed trustee of the plan generally prepares this form and files with the IRS on the plan's behalf. Note that the deadline can be extended to February 10th if all taxes were paid timely. February 28th. Forms 1096 and 1099-R to the IRS. The custodian-directed trustee of the plan generally prepares and files these forms. March 15. ADP and ACP refunds are due to avoid excise tax. The ADP and the ACP refund must be distributed by March 15 in order to avoid the 10% excise tax. For non-calendar year plans, the due date is 2.5 months following the close of the plan year. March 15. Employer contributions are due. The employer contributions must be funded by March 15 to take a tax deduction for the prior year if the company is a partnership or S corporation with no tax filing extensions. April 1st. RMDs for participants attaining age 70.5 during the preceding calendar year are due. Initial required minimum distribution is due by April 1st of the year following the year in which the participant first attains age 70.5. Non-owners who continue working may defer this initial RMD until April 1st of the year after they actually retire. April 15. Employer contributions are due. The employer contributions must be funded by April 15 in order to take a tax deduction for the prior year if the company is a sole proprietor or C corporation with no tax filing extensions. April 15. Corrective distributions of excess deferrals are due. Participants who exceed the maximum 401k deferral limit must receive corrective refunds no later than April 15 of the following year in order to avoid double taxation on the excess amount. July 31st. Form 5500 filing is due. The Form 5500 must be electronically filed with the Department of Labor via the eFast2 system no later than July 31st of the following year. The deadline can be extended to October 15 by filing Form 5558 by the July 31st deadline. For non-calendar year plans, the deadline is 7 months following the last day of the plan year. September 15. Employer contributions are due. The employer contributions must be funded by September 15 to take a tax deduction for the prior year if the company is a partnership or S corporation with a tax filing extension. September 30th. Adoption of a new Safe Harbor 401k plan for the current year. A company that does not have a retirement plan or that has a profit-sharing plan can establish a Safe Harbor 401k plan for the current year as long as it is in place and all plan documents and amendments are signed no later than September 30th. Deferrals must be withheld from the first payroll in October. In addition, the plan sponsor must provide the required Safe Harbor notice to all participants within 30 to 90 days before the effective date. September 30th, Summary Annual Report are due to participants. The SAR must be provided to all participants no later than September 30th of the following year. However, if the Form 5500 filing deadline is properly extended, the deadline for distributing the SAR is extended to December 15. For non-calendar year plans, the deadline is 2 months following the deadline for filing Form 5500. October 15, Extended Form 5500 filing. Extended Form 5500 filing is due for all plans that filed Form 5558 by the initial July 31st deadline. This deadline cannot be further extended. For non-calendar year plans, the deadline is 9.5 months following the last date of the plan year. October 15, employer contributions are due. The employer contributions must be funded by October 15 to take a tax deduction for the prior year if the company is a sole proprietor or a C corporation with tax filing extensions. December 1st. Safe Harbor, Qualified Default Investment Alternative, and automatic enrollment notices are due to participants for the next plan year. For non-calendar plan years, the deadline is 30 to 90 days before the start of the upcoming plan year. December 15th. The extended deadline for providing the SAR to participants is December 15th for all plans that filed Form 5558 by the initial July 31st deadline. For non-calendar year plans, the deadline is 11.5 months following the close of the year or 2 months following the extended deadline for filing Form 5500. December 31st. RMD for participants already in pay. Participants who have already begun receiving required minimum distributions must receive their RMDs by December 31st each year. Due to heavy volume at year-end, many record keepers require advance notice of 7 to 14 days to ensure processing of the RMDs by the end of the year.
RSG can help, so give us a call.